might have read in your textbook is that labor for a prima gravida patient can be up to about 24 or longer. What total labor, that first stage. So we really can't put
keep your gut healthy and fish oil. So guess who decided to come and visit me? We haven't seen him since vlog 1. Let's clap it up, yay! Y'all remember Brian, or y'all might have seen him in the first 2 vlogs. So we was chilling, because he's about to move to Tampa. He is stepping out on faith, so I need all my prayer warriors to send some prayers up. He is making a move to Tampa to go be a better person. We love when people want to be better people. So clap it up for him. Anyway, so what was we talking about? What did you ask me about?
The question was, do you feel as if you're completely ready to be successful? Mentally, you know.
I feel like I'm dark. Yeah. And I said, so this was what I said, y'all. Because I think it was a very interesting question. Because it depends on what your idea of success is. I was thinking you was talking about like material. Were you talking about material things? Like, do you think you're ready to be rich or famous?
Wealth-wise, yeah.
See, I wasn't thinking of wealth and material things and money. I was thinking of wealth in like having a heart of God and being of service to people and being able to love people right where they are. That's what I was thinking about. So I told him that yes, I feel like I'm ready for success, because when your goal is those type of things, you'll still be challenged and overwhelmed at times, but just you know that it's because God is getting you to where He needs you to be. I don't know. Not to say that material things aren't like bad. Like, we need money. Right. I like nice stuff. Right. But those are not that's not what I think success is. That's not what I'm measuring my success off of. So what do you guys think? Evaluate like what your idea of success is, and then ask yourself, like, do you think you're ready? Just curious to see what people are gonna say. Are you ready?
I think so.
Based on what you saying success is, right?
Yeah.
Money, material things.
No, I'm not saying material things like that. I'm
being
just saying,
famous.
Like, no, I don't care about that.
Well, what is your definition of success?
The same thing you explained the first time.
It can't be exactly what mine is.
It's
you gotta have your own.
No, it's not the same thing as yours.
So what is yours?
My beliefs are the
specifically.
Same as yours. Giving back to my community, serving God, of course, family, putting family first, and all that type of stuff.
Are you sure those was your things? I feel like you got them from me.
No, I'm just saying.
Because I asked you, was you thinking of success in the terms of material things and money? You said wealth.
As far as wealth, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people.
But I feel like if I didn't say that, that's what you would have been thinking the whole time. You wouldn't have thought like, oh yeah, God, whatever. I don't know, whatever. It's cold, bro.
But yeah, but the question pretty much came from, like, you know what I'm saying, like, on the wealth aspect of it, right? So,
yeah. There you have it. Good morning, you guys. It is Tuesday. So today we have an exam today. I just got to school. We have class first. I kind of wish she did our test early. Remember she said she was going to do it early?
She never answered us.
I know. Anna texted her yesterday and she said she was doing it the same time. But I wanted to get it out the way. No. In clinical, she said no. She said because we would be mad at her. So, yeah. She's nice. A little dramatic, but she's nice. Let's say good morning to Betty. Say good morning to the people.
Yay! One more day.
Well, 6 more weeks. But yeah, so we're about to go to class, and her class is not a class you can actually study in because you need to like pay attention. Because she's a good teacher. Like
Yes.
she writes on the board, so it's not like you could just listen to her. Like you have to write too. So about to go to class, and then we take our test at noon. We're taking our maternal test. I studied pretty good. Did you study good?
I did. And so far, she's the best teacher ever. You just have
Whitmer?
to pay attention. Yes. And
Whitmer, yeah, that
Yes.
study guide,
yes, right to the point.
yeah, it matches up real good. So I'm hoping that we do good on this test. You want to say good morning to the people?
Good morning.
So we're about to go to class, and I will talk to you guys later. Come on here and just keep it 100 with y'all. What I really wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about comparison. When I say the saying comparison is the thief of joy was 100% meant for me in the season that I am in, it really was. I initially when I found out that I was going to be building my house, I was overjoyed. I was really happy about it. Because coming where I'm from, my situation, my circumstances, not a lot of people can say that they are able to do that or have done it. So I was definitely just very appreciative of how God had blessed me. But in this world that we live in this day and age of social media, and which is why I don't have social media. I don't have Instagram. I do have a Snapchat, but I rarely use it, and I limit my time on it. Social media will make you compare yourself to other people's highlight reel, consciously or unconsciously. And that's the reason why I don't have Instagram, although I would love to, because there are a lot of great people that I follow who I would love to follow their Instagram, but Instagram will send you will be looking on one page for something else, and you get on that explore page and you looking at something completely different. So I just remove myself from it altogether. And when I say this is for me, other people can get on social media and it not be a problem in their life, but for me, in my situation, in my season, all I do is go to school and go to work. That is my life. Would I rather be traveling and doing hood rat things with my friends? Of course, but that's just not the season I'm in. So when I see other people doing that or look like they living their best life, I feel a certain way about it, because I feel like I'm not living my best life, and I forget why. I forget why I'm doing this. I forget this season. I forget what God is trying to teach me. And so I just had to remove it altogether. And with that being said, I was just very hesitant to show my house because of the comparison that comes along on social media. A lot of the people that I follow on social media, they get in these nice, beautiful mansions built from the ground up in these gated communities, and that's not my situation. I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and that's it. I don't have this grand house to show y'all, and I was feeling a certain way about it. But like I said, God checked me. God checked me real quick. God had checked me real quick, because for me to say that my blessing is not good enough is to say that what God is doing in my life is not accurate. It is to say that the blueprint for my life somehow has a mistake in it. And it's like, not the God that I serve. And so I had to repent and really get myself together. And so when I showed y'all my house, that was me saying, I don't care what somebody says. And my comments are generally are positive, all positive, and I thank y'all for that. But I'm like, I was putting my own insecurities on what I thought other people would think of my situation. And I'm not the type of person who really cares what people think, but sometimes when you real with yourself, you really care. And so that's why I said I'm so thankful for the Holy Spirit that got me together and said, what? Are you serious right now? I just blessed you with a house that you built it from the ground up. You came in this situation not knowing what you needed to know, not having what you needed to have to even be in this position. Then you want to compare talking about some, yeah, you getting a house built, but it ain't a mansion? Bruh. Like, got me together real quick, because listen, just as fast as God blesses you with something, God can take it away. And so I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. In this message, like I said, it's to anybody who was ever comparing. Please don't. Do not only compare yourself to who you are. Just trying to be the best version of yourself. Being better than who you were yesterday, 5 minutes ago. Because listen, this is not in God's will for me to compare what he has given me, because God didn't have to make this happen. God did not have to make this happen. Let me tell y'all, I'll tell y'all that one day, the struggle it took for me to even get this house. Because I didn't go into it being, is he really in there? I didn't go into it being 100% educated. Still God's blessing. So what's the problem? So I just came on here to encourage somebody. It don't even have to be a house. It can be somebody got a new job and you still stuck at your job. It could be you just got fired or somebody just got hired. It could be you got a 76 on your test and somebody got a 96. Appreciate the process. Appreciate your blessings. Appreciate your season. It is nothing that we go through, like absolutely nothing that we go through that surprises God and that God is not ready for. And even if it feels bad, that doesn't mean it's a blessing, because a lot of times we equate our blessings to like positive things or material things or like gaining something that feels good. But sometimes you getting fired, and I've been fired before, and that was a great blessing to me. I didn't see it at the time, and I was sad and I was hurt. I had just moved into a new apartment and I had got fired. But that me being fired was not a blessing in a sense of like, oh, I got hired at a better place. I did, but the blessing came from why I got fired and my attitude, and it showed me that, Shannon, you need to grow up. Everything doesn't need a response. Because let me tell you, when I've come along, I say I come a long way. I've come a long way. I have had a bad attitude. And if you said something to me, I always felt like, oh, I gotta say something back, or I gotta rebuttal it. And over life and with maturity, I've learned everything doesn't need a response. Half of the 95% of the stuff doesn't need a response. But in that time when I got fired, it made me mature very quickly. And that was the blessing. Me getting fired in order to understand, baby girl, you gotta grow up. You gotta change your attitude. All that mouth you got is unnecessary. So I say that all to say, one, don't compare your blessings. Do not, because you comparing your blessings is basically saying that what God is doing for you is not good enough. And two, understand that your blessing doesn't always have to be something big and grand. It can simply be God saying no. And although no doesn't feel good and we don't want to hear it, it can simply be being no, and you got to be okay with that. So I'm about to pull up and get me something to eat. I'm chilling for the rest of the day. Once I take a test, I don't want to do nothing. I might do some homework, and I will talk to you guys later. Good morning, you guys. I just wanted to come and close the vlog out. What happened this week? So y'all know I took my test. I took my mom and baby's test, and I got a 92 on it. I'm not surprised because I was feeling good about it, but y'all know I don't like to say if I did good or bad until I see the grade. But y'all, I did that test in like 20 minutes. It was 50 question. It was a 50 question test. And by the time I got to question 40, I had already did like 15 minutes. And I was like, baby girl, you need to slow down. Like, maybe you going too fast. Maybe you're not reading the questions right. But when I seen the answer, I'm like, oh, I know that. But then I don't like to spend a lot of time on a question, because initially, like, you'll have the right answer. You'll have the right answer, and then you start thinking too deep into it, and then you pick the wrong answer. So when I seen the right answer, I just kept going. So I tried to pace myself, and then I went through the last 10 questions like in 5 minutes. So that's why I was kind of worried, because I'm like, you got up too fast. Like, I was the first one done. But like I said, I got a 92 on that, so I'm happy about that. And now we have our med surg exam this coming Tuesday. And y'all, like, we went to class Thursday, and I like almost had a nervous breakdown because literally we just had our mom and baby test Tuesday. I had to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Today's Saturday. I have clinical Sunday and Monday, and then I had to test on Tuesday. And I was just like, when am I going to study? And this is the class I'm actually worried about. Like, I need to do good on this test. So I just been like waking up early and studying before work, studying at work, like basically getting it in wherever I can because I need to pass. Like, I got an 82 on the last test, so it's not like I'm doing horrible, but I want to keep it up. So I just been doing a lot of praying and asking God to give me the strength to get through every single day. Like, I'm just doing it one day at a time. And so far I've been studying enough where, you know, I'm retaining the information, I'm getting the concepts. So tomorrow I gotta wake up and go to clinical. Pray for me. And at the clinical I'm gonna study, and I'm gonna do the same thing on Monday. Luckily Tuesday I don't take my test until I want to say 1, so that gives me the whole entire morning on Tuesday to study. But I'm just trying to do as much as I can every single day. Like, working full-time and going to school full-time is literally no joke. Like, I know that if I'm stressed and overwhelmed just by that, like, I don't have no responsibility. Caleb is in Tampa with my best friend. So I don't have no kids, so I'm just like, salute to all the moms who are like working, taking care of the kids, and going to school. Like, I think I am in this season exactly as it is for a reason, because I mean, I guess if I had to make it work, like if I had to take care of my kids and go to work and go to school, like I just do what I gotta do, because I think that's what most single moms do. They just do what they gotta do. But I could not imagine having a child to care for while I was in school. Like, I couldn't even fathom it. Just the idea of it even makes me sad because I'm like, I'm barely holding on and it's just me. So salute to all the moms. And I have a lot of classmates who are moms, single and working, because listen, they got to pay them bills. So I am about to chill. Usually I get to work, and this might sound crazy, but I'm always early to everything. I get to work like 45 minutes early just because that's how I've always been. But today is going to be the day where I'm on time. Like, I'm not leaving out early today. I'm in the bed now. If y'all can see. In the bed. Just chilling before I go because I'm tired. Your girl is tired. Like, literally tired. I was like thinking to myself, like, God, I can't wait. I just can't wait for the time when I just can chill. But then I thought to myself, y'all don't know this, but I've been stagnant for like 6 years. 6 whole years. So I'm like, girl, chill what? This is grind time. You gotta do what you gotta do. You had 6 years to chill. So now you complaining because you gotta worry about stuff at the house, and you gotta go to work, and you gotta go to school. Listen, that's life. You had your moments to chill. Now it's time to grind. So I'm chilling while I can right now. So I will talk to you guys later.